All right, guys, now we're going to install a plug-and-play remote start by Flashlogic on this 2017 Dodge Ram 1500. So let's go over here to the computer and see what we need. So again, we're going to go to flashlogic.com. We're going to select Ram 2017 1500. Furnace is kicking on again. I hope that noise don't bother you guys. This is a push to start automatic. It's not a diesel. It's not a tip start diesel. It's not a tip start automatic. It is a push button start automatic. So we're going to select that. It says we need an FLRSCH10. Again, ignore this BA because then you have to buy the harness and stuff separate. This comes with everything. We'll just click on it. Go down here to download guide. Again, our latest updates, we're just going to click on the last one. And RAM 1500, 2500, 3500, push to start automatic. 13 through 17 is install type number 2. 18 is number 9. So this will work 13 through 17. So we're going to look at install type number 2. 1, 2. So we've got a T to unplug the push button start switch and plug a T into it. We're going to go to the OBD2 harness and plug a T into it, and we're going to go to the headlight switch and plug a T into that. And then there's going to be 2 of them here, 2 connectors that says no connection. We're not going to use them. And then you've got this little note here. You go down, see note 1, see next page, and it tells you have to cut wires and stuff, but we don't have to do that because this is if you have version 1.20, and we don't have that. So let's go over here and see what we do have. Here's a purple wire hanging out here too that says no connection. So let's go look at the harness. Okay, so that said for version 1.20 you have to cut those wires, but we have version 1.30. So let's see. This is going to be our OBD2 T. We're going to plug into the OBD2 connector. These 2 VS5 and VS6 is the ones that says no connection, so they're just going to dangle there. This is the T that will unplug the headlight switch and plug into it. And this is the T that we will plug into the push button ignition start. And then these plug into the module, which is right here, which we still have to flash. So let's get over there and flash the module. All right, we're going to do the same thing that we just did on the van earlier. We've got our updater here, our Flashlogic updater. You can't go wrong with these Flashlogic modules. They're so great. DEI stuff's good too, you know, because that's the keyless entries I sell. I mean, I love these 2 products. And we're going to plug in the module. So now we're going to minimize this, and we're going to go up here. You're probably going to have to download this web link thing on your computer. And I've got a shortcut for it right here. And I'll open it up all the way. And we want to select web link RS. And it should detect the module. You should see the LED flash. There it went. It tells us which one we've got. So we're going to go here and configure new module. We've got a RAM. It is a 2017 1500. And honestly, 1500, 2500, 3500, probably all going to be the same if it's push to start automatic. So push to start automatic. We're going to use the factory remote. This is the recommended one, so we're going to click on it. Again, the only thing we're going to go in here and change is the runtime from 15 minutes default to 25 minutes. So you can run 30, 35 minutes, but I always set them all for 25 minutes. We're going to leave it on pressing lock 3 times on the factory remote. We don't need to go into any other menu features. So we're going to save and go to Flash Summary. It just tells you what you've selected. 2017 1500, push to start automatic, lock, lock, lock on the factory remote. So flash your device. It's going to go across there. You'll see the LED flashing. We're going to have to come back to this to do what they call a key clone too. Okay, it's flashed, so we're going to unplug it. And we're just going to let this sit because we've got to come back to this to continue extended programming. So now we're going to get set up over here so I can show you guys how to do the install. Okay, I laid me a old blanket down in here because this floorboard's filthy and I have to lay in it. So you've got a plug right behind this light switch, and everything up in here is really hollow, where you can just lay it up there, reach up behind it, and unplug it. So I don't have to take any of this stuff off. And I'll put pictures, I'll overlay the pictures of what the plugs look like for you. And then here's your push button start. So you just, again, reach up behind there, unplug it, and plug in your T. And then right here is our OBD2 connector that we're just going to unclip and plug in the one that came with it, and then put the other one down here. So I'm going to set it up, and I'm just going to land it here, and I'm going to do it. And as I'm doing it, I'll show you photos of what I'm unplugging and plugging into. Okay, so I'm going to go into here. The first thing I'm going to do is unclip the OBD2 connector out of its holder. You guys probably aren't going to be able to see too much here, but you'll see how easy it is. So here's our T for it. We're going to plug in the original OBD2 connector into this one, VS3, and then we're going to put VS4. We're just going to clip it right back in the original spot where the other one was. There. You got that clipped in. Now, here's our headlight one. So these are the ones we aren't going to use that says no connection. This is the one that we got to unplug the light switch, plug this into the light switch, and the one we take out of the light switch we're going to plug into here. You can feel the little thing that you got to squeeze, pull it out, and it got plenty of length to plug into here, and then plug the other end back up in there into the light switch. Now, the one that we got left is the ignition T, the push button start. You reach right up here, squeeze it, pull it out, plug it into here. Plug the other end where we unplugged it. Now, as we got hanging down is what plugs into the module. Everything's plugged in the way it's supposed to be. So now let's get over here and see what it says about the programming instructions. All right, we're going to minimize our extended programming for the time being, and we're going to bring back up the guide. We've got everything, all 3 T's plugged in. We got to go all the way down here. Module programming procedure, 1 of 2. So we got 2 pages. There's just 2 more steps here. All right. Close driver door, reopen driver's door to wake up data bus. Press unlock on key fob. Wait, LED on the module will flash green once. Then it says remove the key here from the remote. We're going to have to pop this apart. So after we press unlock, you got to leave the battery in here so it unlocks. And then it's going to flash green once. Then we got to pop this fob apart and remove the battery. And then we're going to use this to actually push on the push start button. It says push start button twice with key fob 1 to the on position with no battery in it. Wait, LED will turn solid red. Push start button once to off position. Then it says push start button twice with key fob 1 to on position, no battery again. Wait, LED will flash green rapidly. Proceed to step 11. If LED turns solid red, repeat steps 8 through 10. So let's hope that don't happen. Okay, so when it's flashing green rapidly, we're going to push it off again. It doesn't look like you have to use the fob to push it. It looks like you just push it off. And then we're going to have to disconnect it. And it says disconnect power last. Warning, disconnect power last. Disconnect module from vehicle. And that's when we got to plug it back into the computer. So I may need to put this computer over in the truck so I can look at it closely while I'm doing this. So let me figure out what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pop this key fob apart and hopefully leave the battery in it. There, that part's done. Or is it? There's that piece. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. Let's see. I'm not going to press anything yet, but I think with it already, well, I want to leave it like this. At least. That way I can push the button, but it's already popped apart and ready to go. So let's get positioned over here. All right. I think you guys can see what I'm doing. I hope you can. I hope you can see the LED. It says close the door and reopen it to wake up the data bus. Then it says press unlock on the remote and the LED will flash green once. And it did. So now it says to remove the battery from the remote. Pay attention to how it goes in there. We got the letters facing up. The battery's out of the remote. Now, push start button twice with the key fob to the on position. Wait, LED will turn solid red. Turn it to the off position. All right. It turns solid red. We turn it off. We're going to do it again until we're going to do it 2 more times. Okay, it's flashing green. We're going to shut it off. All right, we got flashing green. We've turned it off. Now this is where it says warning. Disconnect power last. Connect module from vehicle. So the big black plug is the power. So we're going to disconnect the blue one. And we're going to disconnect the power. You guys are in the back seat, so now I have to get you out and put you back over here in front of the computer. So hold on. I got the computer in the truck actually, so I plugged the module back in to the computer. So we got to go back down here to our web link thing and open it back up, and we're going to go to extended programming. We've got a green light just flashed on here. It takes a little bit. Please wait, work in progress. Okay, there it goes. We got a flashing light and it's going across there. Flash completed. Okay, so we're going to unplug it and go back to the steps of finishing it up. Alright, let's see what it says to do. We will minimize the flashing part of it again, and we are at the step. We've connected it to the computer. Now we're going to connect it back to the vehicle. It says connect power first. Power, and our blue one. Now, still no battery. Push start button twice with key fob 1 to the on position. LED will turn solid green for 2 seconds and then turn it off. It's on, off, 2 seconds, turn it off. Now we got to go down to this next page. Insert the battery, and it says programming is complete. Let me grab the other pieces to this thing. Well, I think we can try it. All doors have to be closed. So we're going to hit lock 3 times. Look at that, just like that, we got a remote start. So we're going to hit lock 3 times again to shut it off. All right, let's get this all tied up, and then we'll see what the takeover procedure is. Okay guys, there's nothing about takeover on here, so I'm assuming that we're supposed to just figure it out. So let's see what happens. I'm going to press lock twice, or 3 times. Truck's running. We're going to walk up. We're going to hit unlock. I'm going to get in. I'm sure if you hit the brake first, it will shut it off. No? Let's see. That can't be it because it says it's running, so we're just going to hit the brake. We're going to put it in reverse. And then we're going to pretend like we're going to go forward. We're going to put it back in park. And then we're just going to shut it off with... So that's all there is to it. Whenever you take off, it cancels it out. And then that's just it. Otherwise, it's going to run 25 minutes unless you shut it off yourself. So there we go again. Another very easy install for, let's again see what years this fits for this particular application. Oh, let's get my stool. This fits RAM 1500, 2500, 3500, push to start automatic, 13 through 17. It just shows you a different install type too. That's the one that we did. In the exact same truck, 2018 only, takes install type 9. 1500 classic push to start, 19 through 23. So this remote start, this FLRSCH10 will work on a lot of vehicles because we got Challenger, Charger, Dart, Durango, Journey, Grand Cherokee. I mean, that's how many of those that this fits. So, just different types. So like for instance, okay, so we're doing 13 to 17. What's different on 18? It's install type 9. We did install type 2. 7, 8, 9. Well, you have to hook up a couple of can high, can low wires. But other than that, it's the exact same thing. I never hooked the horn up. I never hooked that wire up, and you heard the horn honk. It still honks, even if you don't hook it up. So the only thing that you're going to do if you've got, what was that, 2018, I think? You're gonna have to hardwire these two wires, and it's at the CAN junction block, and it tells you if you go up a page what you're looking for. Okay, 18. CAN high, CAN low is orange and yellow. That's at the junction block, and a gray plug. Pin 1 and 2. So let me see if I can show you guys that.
Okay, those wires you would have to get to right here, up underneath the dash, above the emergency brake. They're fairly easy to get to, orange and yellow right there. So that's the only two wires you'd have to hardwire if you had an 18. So
this covers a lot of different Chrysler vehicles. Just a few different types or different things you have to do in the install. So again, a very easy remote start installation. You could probably do in a half hour or less. So Flashlogic, I can't stress enough. Flashlogic and DEI, Directed Electronics, I mean, they're the two best remote start outfits that you can use. That's what I use all the time, and I never have any problems out of them. So again, I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps you out. I hope you can put a remote starter in your own vehicles. If you've got any questions, put it in the comments. I don't mind answering them. Again, please like the video, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.